We're the Center for Healing and Justice Through Sport, and we exist to make sure that coaches have what they need in order to support young people, particularly young people who've been affected by adversity.
We're a national organization that is based here in Chicago, focused on how we can make sure sport is a healing experience for all youth everywhere.
So we are here for Swoosh Summer Academy 2022. That is a partnership between Nike, the Chicago Parks District, to train all of their summer rec leaders.
We are going to be working with about 2,000 rec leaders. We're going to be spread out between 3 sites and just really trying to make sure that each person that comes in gets their own unique experience.
Everybody's coming from different regions. You have the far south that's nearly to Indiana, and then you have far north that goes all the way to Evanston, and we're all coming together collectively to do the same job.
Part of what's, I would say, is wrong with the sports system is that we expect people to be able to coach without giving them much training.
CHJS is an incredible group of coaches, trainers, brain science nerds who all have experienced what sports can do for good and want to share much of what they learn with the world.
We believe really strongly that the investment needs to be in the adults who are impacting kids directly and making sure that they're prepared to deal with what we know is going to be a hard summer for a lot of kids. Coming out of the pandemic, a lot of young people in the city of Chicago have been experiencing adversity in other parts of their lives, and so when they show up to camp, they show up with that stuff in tow.
The brain develops from the bottom to the top, so we have to regulate our stress response in the brainstem, get to that limbic system, right, where we can start to reason and really start to experience others and our surroundings in a safe space, right? And then we can get to that front brain where we can start to think concretely and really start to take in the skills and knowledge that the people around us are trying to teach us. We can't ask all of our young people to think and do big brain things in a moment where they're worried about all the things around them going wrong and them being unsafe.
We need healing-centered spaces now, and partnerships like CHJS, working with Nike, working with the Chicago Park District, are the recipe for making that happen.
We know that if we can reach the adults who are working with young people, if we can change the way they approach young people, if we can help them change the environments they create for young people, then young people will stay around more. And if they stay around more, they'll learn skills that help them in other parts of their lives, they'll be healthier, and they'll have the opportunity to make connections with people who they can keep working with throughout their lives. We know that nothing heals like sport.
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 Nothing heals like sport.